Before I start the video, I just want to thank Skybox for the sponsor. Skybox is a free-to-use demo alternative software where you can upload and view any demo games onto the site and have full control on what you can see. I do use Skybox quite a bit, and I really like it as I don't have to go through the CSGO demo viewer and wait around a minute to skip through some rounds. And also to make this video, I use Skybox, which helped me so much as it made the process easier for me. If you want to check it out, feel free to use my link in the description. Navi is no doubt one of the best nuke teams right now in the last 3 months. They have an incredible 100% win rate in 16 matches against pretty legit teams such as Heroic, NIP, and Ence. Hey, I'm Smirky, and today I want to look at Navi's demo against NIP and show you how they default and execute on nuke, so let's begin. It's worth noting I'm only mainly focusing on the defaults and not the mid-round decisions. From observing Navi's game against NIP, it looks like the aim of their defaults and execute is to pull rotations from one end of the map and find gaps in their defense. They will do this by faking sites, creating smoke walls, or doing or faking vent drops. On a default, they're always going to do outside smokes and vent drops. Whenever they do outside smokes, Boomich, Electronic, and Simple are going to be involved, and whenever they're going to do vent drops, Boomich and Bit's going to be involved. From looking at an overview for the vent drops, at the start of the round, Bit's going to go outside T-spawn, he's going to smoke off Squeaky to deny vision, and Boomich will go on top of T-roof and Molotov hut. By doing this prevents the CTs from going onto hut to looking down through the smoke to see if any Ts have gone through. Due to this may cause rotations from the ramp player or the main player to go down vents. Now for wall smokes. Simple is going to get dropped another smoke by Electronic, and Simple will do both of the smokes. Meanwhile, Boomich will do his hut Molotov and go towards Silo. Electronic's going to go towards outside to Molotov red to make sure there are no CTs hiding there. Once the smokes are down, they're going to throw flashbangs towards garage to force any AWPers away from the angle. Then from here, they can either go down secret, go through the smokes towards garage or blue, or they can wait for any pushes. Starting with Bit, let me show you their POVs in a default round. At the start of the round, Bit's going to smoke off vents. To do this, he can come to this wall, put his crosshair above the dot, and jump through. It's worth noting the skylights need to be shot out from spawn in order for the smoke to work, and in this round he's going to blow off the door and combine his smoke with a Molotov for main, but his Molotov does miss. And by doing this Molotov, this may force the main player to go towards A and give an opportunity for the outside players to cross towards secret or push outside. And generally Bit's role is to make sure they have lobby control and no one pushes. Perfecto's going to have a similar role to Bit. At the start of the round, he's going to come towards lobby, he'll go towards ramp, he may do an early flash like this to discourage any early pushes, and in this round, NIP threw a smoke towards Trophy. So Bit's going to look around the smoke to make sure no one pushes, he'll use the gaps to see if he can see any legs, and when the smoke starts fading, it's important to note that he's going to look towards the left side, and this is because it's really easy for someone to hide there, so he doesn't want to give up any opportunities for the CT side. Simple is going to be in charge of the utility. At the start of the round, Electronic's going to drop his smoke near Simple's lineup. Simple will line himself up with his dot, and this will be the first outside smoke. He'll jump throw this one, collect the other smoke from Electronic, and then he'll throw the second one by aiming here and jump throwing. This smoke will allow his outside players to cross towards secret, maybe look towards main, garage, or blue. And once Simple's done the utility, he has the option to either go outside and help his teammates, or go towards lobby. However, in this round, he's going to go towards lobby. Now for Electronic. Electronic is going to drop his smoke towards Simple near his lineup. He's then going to do an early flash to discourage any pushes. It's worth noting in this round, Electronic doesn't have a Molotov, but if he did, he will use it to Molotov red like this. And this will force any CTs hiding towards red into the open into Electronic's crosshair. However, once he's done the flash, he's going to have a look around to make sure there are no pushes. He'll use the CT smoke to his advantage. It's worth noting if there was a CT towards heaven, he can see above the smoke, so that's why he's looking towards heaven. Unfortunately, Electronic's going to get caught out by Hampus, who is just hiding there. However, if Electronic didn't meet contact or killed Hampus, his role is to get down into secret and try and create some space. He can do this just by creeping forward, looking around the vents, maybe opening the doors, or just waiting towards secret. And then from here, Boomich can make a mid-round call. Now for Boomich. At the start of the round, Boomich is going to shoot out the windows. He's going to go up the ladder, and he's going to Molotov hut like this. He'll put his crosshair above the blue line, and he'll jump for once he's hit the generator to his left. In this round, he's going to creep around Silo and look towards red to help Electronic. He'll jump down onto this bit of the wall so he doesn't take fall damage. then he's just going to start creeping around looking above the smokes for any kills. Once he's jumped down, he's going to throw a flashbang towards garage to force any AWPers or CT players in garage away, and this may give him an opportunity to slip through the gaps. And as mentioned before, Electronic is going to die to Hampus, and in this round Boomich actually doesn't want to fight Hampus as he doesn't want to give him the 1v1 and force his teammates in a 5v3. He's going to wait around to see if there are any pushes. Then due to the utility thrown by his teammates towards vents, he's able to creep past main where Rez is holding towards vents. He's going to sneak his way up through blue towards heaven. He doesn't meet any contact. Then he's going to catch device on a timing and get a nice easy kill. Now he's made this a 3v3 and his teammates are going to go towards ramp. From Device's POV, he has to go towards ramp as his ramp player in Linus is getting contact from Navi. He deals with Bit, and we can see from Hampus' POV, he can't tell if Boomich has slipped through the gaps towards outside. So when Device wants to come back to check outside, Boomich has always slipped past the gaps, and he's going to put a bullet into the back of Device. That was round 12, now let me show you about round 14. In round 14, now we're going to throw the wall smokes, and this will prevent vision from lockers, a bit of heaven, and CT. So because of this, now we know the only place the AWPer in Device can play is garage. So what they're going to do, they're going to throw flashbangs towards garage to flash him off the angle. Boomich is going to throw this flashbang, and it will full wipe Device and force him off the angle. Meanwhile on the A site, Navi threw the vent utility, and both Hampus and Rez are forced to have their attention towards the smoke to prevent any rushes or vent drops. However, later into the round, Electronic is going to make his way into secret, and Hampus is forced to rotate down into the vents to prevent a B push. And it's worth noting if Electronic was quicker, he would actually beat Hampus to the vent drop, and would potentially cut that rotation off. However, in this round, Electronic is going to hold for any pushes, he doesn't say anything so he'll start pushing, and Electronic will make it a 4v5 in Navi's favour. So now that Electronic killed Hampus, and Hampus is one of the outside players, they know the A anchor is still alive, they know the main player is still alive, they know the AWPer is still alive somewhere outside, and of course they know Linus is playing towards ramp still. So because of this, Navi's going to throw the vent utility again. And due to this, Simple is going to lurk out and going to watch towards Hut. Meanwhile, Rez's attention is somewhat towards Squeaky. Rez starts spamming the smoke, and Boomich is actually outside main right now, and he can hear that. So because of this, he's going to peek into Rez, and he's going to get the kill. Now that Navi's killed one of the A players and killed an outside player, they have a few options. They could either go A and kill the last A player, and if they do this, they can push through main and they can push through Squeaky, where they have players close by. Or they could go down vents and head towards the B bomb site. The only player who can prevent that B push is Linus, and he has to choose if he wants to hold ramp or commit to B. We can see Electronic is still towards secret, and as mentioned before, he's killed one of the outside players in Hampus who was playing vents. So likely the vents will be free, and this will allow the Navi players to jump down vents, split between the double doors and decon, and get the bomb down. I'm not going to show you, but in this round, this is what exactly Navi do. Now let me show you some of the executes from Navi on the A bomb site. At the start of the round, they're going to come out spawn, and two of the players are going to go towards T roof. These players are going to line up their utility, and once the A players are ready, they're going to throw him. A smoke is going to come in towards main, a Molotov will come towards Hut and back site. Flashes will come in from the skylight, the Navi players will rush out, and the CTs are just helpless. They're able to wrap and clear the site successfully. Once the site is executed and safe, Simple will come down with the bomb and plant it. Now let me show you their POVs. Boomich is going to be entering in the strat. Once the utility goes off, he's going to drop out from Hut, clear Tetris, clear Hut, wrap the site, and help get the kill onto Rez. Factor will come into lobby, will HE through the door towards main to damage any CTs rushing out from main. He's then going to join Boomich by sandwiching the player towards the site. Boomich is going to rush out, Perfector will get the kill onto Rez, hold out of heaven and wait for the bomb to be planted. Bit's going to be charged over the utility towards Squeaky, Bit's going to nade the door, Molotov main, he'll wait for any wide swings just so he can get the kill, then he'll smoke off main. He flashes himself out, clears the vents and secures the site. From Electronic's POV, he's going to come towards T roof, he's on Molotov Hut, then he's going to use the same lineup for the flashbangs. These flashbangs will be really effective on flashing Hut, main, heaven and Mustang. However, once he's done that, he'll come towards lobby and wait for any pushes. Now for Simple. Simple's going to shoot the skylights, he'll come towards T roof with Electronic, and he'll have the bomb. He'll line himself up with this Molotov for backside. Once he's ready, he'll jump throw, he'll aim here for the flashbangs and jump throw these. And once the site is secure, Simple will come down and plant the bomb. The reason that Simple has the bomb and he's supporting is because if the rush fails, you have the duo of Simple and Electronic to help bring them back into the round. However, this won't be needed in this round and he can get the bomb down safely. Navi pretty much ran the same execute the round after. At the start of the round, Electronic's going to do the first outside smoke, and this smoke will land outside main. If there was any A players playing towards main, likely their attention will be focused towards the smoke, as a lurker could come through the smoke and frag him, and he will probably be forced to look into the smoke due to the Molotov thrown by Navi. And as mentioned before, this smoke can be really good if you want to lurk out, as the A player may be focused towards you or site. However, if we come towards T roof, Simple and Electronic are going to once again throw the same utility. The utility will rain down and cover the entire site with Molotovs, flashbangs and smokes. And if I rewind this bit back, we can see the Molotov lands directly on Plopsky. He's going to get blind and he's going to force to run into Hut where Simple will kill him. And if I pull it back again, Boomich is actually going to use the exact same entry pathing the round prior. When he rushes out, he's able to clear Tetris, second vents, and Hut. So when he does run out, he's going to get a kill onto a blind res, then he'll try to chase down the burning Plopsky. However, Simple will kill him. And once the site's secure, Simple will plant. Now we can just watch the magic through Boomich's POV. Now let me show you about the delayed A execute on round 5. In this round they're going to do their default utility, they're going to throw the vent util, they're going to do one outside smoke and a Molotov for red. Meanwhile Electronic is going to be outside and he's going to try to lurk towards main. Once Electronic's in place, Navi's going to throw the execute, a Molotov for second vents, a Molotov for back site, and plenty of flashbangs. They're going to split between main and Hut, kill the defending NIP players, and secure the site. Let me show you their POVs. At the start of the round, Electronic is going to Molotov red. He'll do this by coming towards the end of the shadow, aiming towards here, and left click throwing. And these pieces of utility is there to make NIP think it's just another default round and nothing is going on. So once the Molotov lands, Electronic will jump on top of the box. He'll start creeping his way over towards main, clearing his angles, being really cautious. He'll then pop flash himself in and push into main. It's worth noting you could wait for Navi to do the execute and then Electronic could push, however he wants to push with his team. He'll get the kills onto A players and he'll lurk towards main to wait for any rotations. At the start of the round, Boomich is going to shoot out the windows, he'll take his HE out and he'll HE the door, then he's going to Molotov main. The purpose of this Molotov could be to bait out utility from the CTs, so when they do execute it's easy to attack. However, it's worth noting in other rounds they were throwing this Molotov in a default. Boomich will try to come over towards Hut, however he's going to die to Plopsky who's pushed up. Now for Perfector. Perfector will come towards lobby, he'll flash Hut to clear any pushes, he didn't see anything and he'll jump up on top of the ladder. He's going to pass his Molotov over towards Bit and he's going to wait for the execute. Boomich will die, however Perfector will trade, a Molotov will come towards Hut from the CTs and he's forced to wait. Once the Molotov goes out, Perfector will walk through and he will secure the site. Now for Simple. At the start of the round, Simple is going to smoke off garage by going to this pole, aiming here, and jump throwing. It will then take off the smoke from Electronic and smoke off second by doing this lineup. And in this execute, he's going to be in charge of doing the utility, so he's going to go on top of the roof. Once Navi is ready to execute, he'll jump up next to this pipe, aim towards here for the backside Molotov, and jump throw. We'll then combine this with a flashbang and this will flash Heaven, Hut, Mustang and backside. Once he's done the util, he'll jump down with Perfector. He has to wait for the Molotov, so he's going to watch ramp in the meantime. He'll get a nice kill onto device and he will play around lobby for the retake. Lastly for Bit. Bit at the start of the round is going to come towards T-spawn. He's going to smoke off Squeaky by going in front of this concrete wall, aiming here, and doing a very short crouching jump throw. He'll pick up the extra smoke from Boomich on the ground, come towards T-roof and do the Molotov that Boomich would usually use for Hut. He'll jump down and go all the way towards lobby and go to Perfector. From here, he's going to ask for the Molotov from Perfector, and Perfector will hand it over. Once Navi's ready, he's going to Molotov second, he's going to sit in the smoke waiting for any kills, he doesn't see anything, and he's just going to hold the vents and Heaven. Now let me show you about the B executes. In this round, Navi are going to do their normal default utility. This includes a smoke towards vents, Molotov on Hut, and 2 outside smokes. 4 of the Navi players are going to go outside and they're going to creep their way towards secret, When Navi are crossing, they're also going to make sure they're looking towards heaven. However, once they're down secret, they're going to creep their way in until they get contact. Hampus is going to be inside of the vents, and Navi are going to spot him. They're going to strand him, they're going to kill him, and they're going to rush their way onto the bomb site. They're going to have 2 players going towards decon and 2 players going towards control. Linus will get a double kill, however Boomich will pop out of double and get the trade onto Linus. Once the site is secured, they're going to get the bomb down, they're going to plant, and they're going to win the round. Let me show you their POVs. Electronic is going to drop a spare smoke for Simple to smoke outside. He's going to Molotov red, he's going to flash out, he's going to wait just so the smokes can land. Once the smokes land, he can peek out and start clearing his angles and moving his way towards secret. Electronic's then going to throw a flashbang above credit, and this will blind any outside players including Heaven, Lockers, and CT. Once he's down secret, he's going to wait for his team. They'll group up, he'll go in first, he'll start clearing his angles towards control, and he'll start making a move on it. He's then going to take a position towards the corner of control to see if he can get a kill onto Linus. But unfortunately for Electronic, he's going to uncrouch at the wrong time, he's going to miss his head, and Linus will get the kill. Perfecto's going to do their first outside smoke, he'll jump for that and head towards outside. Meanwhile, Simple's going to do the second smoke and smoke off garage. Electronic's flashbang will go off, he's going to stay close to the smoke, then he'll start creeping his way towards secret. He's going to make sure he moves in with his team and make sure he's close, so if anyone dies, he's able to get a trade. They're going to peek out together. One of the Navi players spotted Hampus inside of the vents, so Perfecto's going to wait. Hampus will peek and he will get an easy kill. Now this is a bit where Navi will accelerate onto the bomb site. He's going to join Boomich in towards decon, however he's going to die to Linus towards control. Simple's going to smoke off garage by doing this lineup. Then I'll take the second smoke from Electronic and smoke off second. He'll move his way up through the outside towards secret. He'll group up close with his teammates, and once they're ready, they're going to start pushing. Navi knows that Hampus is towards the vents, so Simple's going to jump inside of the vents and wait for a peek, and Perfecto will get the kill. Simple will Molotov the vents to delay the rotations. He'll open double just so the CTs have to focus on it, and he'll have a quick glance. He'll move his way through control. He will then try to get the kill on device, however he'll misstep and fall towards dark. Now for Boomich. Boomich is going to shoot out the windows. He's going to do his default Molotov. He'll go on top of the silo just to clear his angles. He then doesn't want to overextend and peek out too much, so he's going to drop out safely and join his teammates crossing. Boomich will walk down with his teammates, Hampus will spot him, they're going to start accelerating and Perfecto will get the kill onto Hampus. Once he gets the kill, they're going to split in a 2-2, 2 decon, 2 control. And they're doing this because instead of going all through decon, they're able to go through different entries into the site and sandwich the CT players on the B bomb site. Boomich will get the trade onto Linus and will smoke off the left side of the ramp and will flash the right side. And this is intended to delay the retake and deny any picks coming from the CTs. Lastly for Bit. Bit's going to do the door smoke from spawn by doing this lineup. He'll make his way towards lobby, blow out the doors, and Molotov main. It's important that he's doing this just because he makes the CTs think that it's just another default round, and they can't just all focus to one area. Bit is going to hang around towards lobby to wait for any pushes. Bit will then start making his way towards the vents, start clearing his corners. Generally, he's just there to delay the rotations and cut them off if possible. However, in this round, he's going to do a good job in keeping the A players towards their site and just lurking around lobby. Apart from that, thank you for watching the video. If you want to check out more content from myself, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Perhaps you want to know how to do the Mouz Sports one-way smoke and outside on Nuke? Well, I made a Twitter video which you can view in the description. Big shout out Skybox for the sponsor. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.